for the game itself. Captain Wall of Michigan, number 72, and Pete Shabaram, Jim Monachino, the co-captains of California, meet for the flip of the coin. California wins the toss and elects to receive. Michigan will kick off. Alice of Michigan kicking. The ball arches downfield and is taken by Pete Shabaram. On the first play, California with a flanker to the left. A toss out to Olszewski, and he cuts inside of Clark for 4 yards. And now watch this play. It's Shabaram off tackle to the left. He breaks, cuts around the end, dodges one man, and he is gone. He's off for a 73-yard touchdown run. But wait a minute. There's a handkerchief down, and California is penalized 5 yards for backfield in motion. On the next play, it's Olszewski down the middle, and he is stopped by a stout Michigan defensive line. And now it's Marinas faking to Olszewski and feeding it to Monachino wide. Jim cuts around the end and picks up 14 yards before he is knocked out of bounds. Once again, Marinas feeds the ball to Olszewski, and he is stopped with a 1-yard gain. Again, it is Monachino cutting toward the tackle and wide around the end for a 6-yard gain. This time, it is Olszewski off tackle to the right, and he is held to 1 yard. We're forced to kick. Robinson gets the kick off. It's well covered. But wait a minute. There is a penalty on Michigan for running into the kicker. And it's California's ball again, first down. Once again, Olszewski down the middle. And again, he is stopped for a 1-yard gain. Now Shabaram repeats on the play, which went all the way. But this time Michigan is alert, and there is no gain. Now it's Marinas back to pass. Olszewski hesitating, and then breaking out as a delayed receiver. A nice catch, and he picked up nearly 10 yards on the play. And that was Monachino off tackle for the first down. California with a flanker to the left. Marinas tosses out to Olszewski. Momsen filters through the interference to make the tackle for a 1-yard gain. This time, Marinas calls a fake pass, delayed play to Shabaram, and Pete cuts inside the 20 for a 12-yard gain. Olszewski wide to the right, and he is held to no gain. Shabaram off tackle to the left, and he loses a yard. California is penalized for failure to get the ball off in the time allotted. And now Marinas back to pass. He sees an opening to run. He's hit hard, and as he's hit, he fumbles, and Michigan recovers. On Michigan's first play, they shift into a single wing. Gosiewski in motion to his right. Ordman fading back, and he throws a screen pass to Dufek, the fullback, who makes 2 yards. The ball goes to Dufek. He fakes giving it to Putic, the quarterback, and he cuts outside for a nice gain. He laterals to Ortman, who continues on for another 5 yards. The entire play covering 27 yards. And now once again it goes to Dufek. And he spins and picks up 3 yards. A shift to the single wing, and it's Koseski in motion to his left. The ball goes to Ortman, and he pitches it out. The play picking up 3 yards before Koseski is brought down. Once again, it's Dufek on the buck lateral, and he drives his way through for 18 yards before he is brought down. A repeat on the same play, picks up 3 yards this time before Richter stops him. And now it is Koseski on taking a reverse from Dufek and picking up 4 yards. That looked like a pretty good play, so Michigan repeats it. But this time, there is a more alert defense, and the play does not gain. And now it's 4th down. The ball goes to Dufek. Michigan is offside. Dufek fails to make the first down, and California takes over. The ball goes to Shabaram as he drives straight ahead for 8 yards on the last play of the first quarter. This time Marinas fakes to Olszewski coming in and tosses out to Jimmy Monachino, but the play is held to a 1-yard gain. And now it's Pete Shabaram off tackle to his left, and the play is held with a very short gain. However, it was sufficient for first down. And now it's Shabaram wide around the left end, cutting just inside of the end, and he picks up 7 yards. Marinas attempts a quick pass, finds his receivers covered, and is thrown for a 1-yard loss. And now the fake pass. Shabaram delaying. This time he picked up 3 yards, but it's not enough, and California punts. Michigan's ball. They shift into a double wing with the quarterback on the short side of the formation. The ball goes back to Ortman. He throws. It's intercepted by Ray Solari, California guard, and he makes a fair return. And on the very first play, it's Marinas fading back, and Bob Cummings, the right end, breaks behind Dufek, receives the ball on the 2-yard line, and is over for a touchdown. The try for point was an important one, and California missed. So the score now stands California 6, Michigan nothing. Richter kicking off for California. Ball taken by Ortman at the goal line, breaks to his left, and returns to the Michigan 28-yard line. A shift to the single wing. The ball goes to Dufek. He gives it to Ortman, who fades back to pass, but is swarmed on by 4 of the California linemen. The ball goes to Dufek again. This time he fakes to Putic and slides off tackle for 5 yards. Ortman shifting a little deeper. The ball comes back. It's a nicely executed quick kick, which rolls past Van Hewitt and out of bounds on the California 19-yard line. On the first play, it's Monachino straight in, and he picks up 7 yards. And now the ball goes to Oshesky off tackle. Finds a nice hole, he drives, he isn't stopped yet, nor yet. He keeps his feet and keeps going until finally he has picked up 14 yards. And now it is Shabaram off tackle to the left, but he slips and there is no gain. Monachino off tackle to the right, and he likewise is held for no gain. A toss out to Oshesky, who feeds it to Jim Monachino on a delayed reverse. A nice block on Wall, and the play picks up 10 yards. Jimmy Marinas fakes the off-tackle play, drops back, and finds Shabaram in the clear on the sideline. Pete holds the ball down for a 13-yard gain. And now it's Bob Fitzgerald, the left end, who receives for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down and 1. The fake pass. Laster trips, and the play loses 1 yard. Monachino driving in hard is just inches short of a 1st down. The measurement is called for, and it's still inches short. Shabaram drives in, turns and twists for 3 yards to make the 1st down by a comfortable margin. And now it's Jimmy Monachino to the right. He fakes in, starts to break out, and his feet go out from under him as he gains 1 yard. Oshesky takes it off tackle and pounds his way through for 8 yards. And now a quick one to Oshesky to the left as he breaks just inside the end and picks up 4 very valuable yards. Getting down in there closer. And it's Oshesky off tackle to the left for 5 yards. And now Shabaram takes the ball for 3 yards, right down inside the... Here's an interesting play, a quick skirt play to the left. Caught Michigan a little by surprise, cutting inside, and Monachino fell with a pretty good gain ahead of him. 4th down. It's Shabaram in, and he almost makes the point of 1st down, which is a yard short of the goal line, but not quite. Now Michigan takes the ball with just a little over a minute remaining in the half. Putic on a sneak from the T formation, and again, and once more, the same play as Michigan runs out time to end the 1st half. 1st half was all California, just as the 2nd half was to be all Michigan. There's some shots of the rooting section and the card stunts and the great crowd of nearly 100,000 people in the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day. Now the bands leave the field and the teams return and the second half starts. California kicks off. On the first Michigan play, it's a reverse from Dufek to Koseski. Koseski drives through for 5 yards. A repeat on the same play, nets 3 more yards. Now it's Dufek driving into the line to pick up the 2 yards that are necessary for a first down. Dufek drives in, a jump pass to Koseski, which falls incomplete. And again Koseski on the reverse. This time he is well met by the defense. A double wing back, quarterback shifting to the short side. The ball goes back to Ortman. He fades back, throws a screen pass out to Dufek, who runs nicely for a 12-yard gain. And now it's Ortman who feeds the ball to Koseski on a reverse, which picks up 6 yards. Dufek into the line, faking to give the ball to Pudic. He doesn't make much ground, but California is called offside. They lined up offside, and Michigan takes the penalty. Now it's Ortman attempting a quick pass over the middle and picking up 1 yard. Dufek to Ortman, and a nicely executed pass to Perry picks up some 14 yards. Now it's a reverse inside, which picks up 2. Ortman back to pass again after receiving the ball from Dufek. Sees an opening to run, cuts nicely to his right, and ends up with a 14-yard gain. And now the reverse again, but this time they do not get control of the ball. There's a fumble, and California recovers. Shabaram straight in, and he is held this time to a 2-yard gain. And now it's Olszewski over his own left guard, and he drives hard for 6 yards. 3rd down and 2. The ball is given to Shabaram off tackle, and a nice play by the Michigan defense stops him with a loss. California is forced to punt. Robinson gets off a very nice kick, which went way deep into Michigan territory. Michigan shifting to the single wing. Koseski in motion out to his right. The ball goes to Dufek. He gives it to Ortman, who passes to Koseski. And now it's a reverse. Dufek feeds it to Koseski, who is met hard at the line of scrimmage and gains 1 yard. A nicely executed pass to the left end, Perry, is good for 4 yards. Now they shift into the double wing. Pudic out on the short side. Ball goes back to Ortman, and he throws a screen pass out to Dufek, who picks up his interference and makes 21 yards before he is finally brought down. And now another pass, and this time Ray Solari breaks through and together with Minahan, throw Ortman for a 10-yard loss. Kozeski in motion, another pass. This time it's incomplete. Once more the same action from the single wing. The ball to Dufek, who feeds it to Ortman. Went direct to Ortman that time. Ortman running with it, and he picks up 7 yards, but it is not sufficient for a first down. Michigan shifting into punt formation, and they kick. The ball goes into the end zone for a touchback, and California takes over on the 20. It's Olszewski over his own right guard for a 3-yard gain. Now they're with the flanker on the right. The ball is pitched out to Shabaram, who cuts inside of the end, finds an alley, and picks up 19 yards. Flanker on the right again. This time Arenas fakes to Olszewski off tackle, drops back, throws to Shabaram, out to the left, and it's just a little bit high. A quick skirt play to the right, with Monachino carrying, picks up 2 yards. Now the same type of play, Monachino again carrying, and he picked up about 3 before a Michigan man recovering from a block brought him down. Robinson's kick aimed at the coffin corner is bouncing around down inside the 10-yard line. Several players are around it. One of our players thought he saw it hit a Michigan man, but it is brought out to the 20-yard line. Once again, Ortman passing out to Kozeski, and he picked up 9 yards. The shift to the single wing. The ball again to Dufek. He fakes to Putic and picks up 5 yards as the third quarter ends. This time the ball goes to Ortman. He passes out to Dufek on a screen pass, and Dufek goes for 9 yards. The reverse. Dufek to Kozeski, and it picks up 2 yards. Now a little variation on Dufek's favorite play. This time he gives the ball to Putic, who fades back to pass. It bounces off his receiver's fingertips and is intercepted by Carl Van Hewitt. On the first play, a running pass to left. Shabaram slightly overthrows his receiver. Monachino off tackle to right, picks up 3 yards. Arenas back to pass, tries to hit Shabaram on the sideline, pass a little high, and we are forced to kick. Ball goes into the end zone, and Michigan starts the drive for the winning touchdown. The ball goes to Ortman. He hits Pickard, his end, for a 15-yard gain. Comes right back with the same type of play. This time the linebackers are a little more alert, but Pickard slips between them and gets the ball for another 9-yard gain. And now it's Dufek into the line. And he picks up 2 yards. Now Now the left formation for the first time in the ball game. It's a pass, Ortman dropping back, but it is incomplete. They repeat the left formation again, and again it's a pass. This time Pudic, number 24, breaking out to the left, catches the ball, reverses, and picks up 3 yards. Now it's a single wing. The screen pass again. This time picking up 17 yards. The right formation. Ball goes to Ortman. Throws to Pudic, but he fails to complete. Once again into left formation, and this time the California left end is offside. Ortman elects to run and picks up several yards, but Michigan takes the penalty. Dufek, starting into his left and veering back to his right, picks up 6 yards. Double wing, a hook pass to Perry at left end is good for 11 yards as Ortman throws very accurately on this drive. It's Dufek into the line. This time Solari comes in to meet him and throws him for a 1-yard loss. This was one of the critical plays of this drive from the double wing. This time it's a hook pass to the right end, and he completes it on the 4-yard line. 1st and goal to go. Shift is to the single wing. Dufek straight in, and he picks up 2 yards. Dufek takes it straight in on the power play this time, and he's well met right at the line of scrimmage. And once again on the same play, as both teams battle for inches. And again Dufek tries to go over the top and is well met. It's 4th down, about a foot to go. This time Dufek driving, just barely makes it. But makes it he does, and Michigan has scored to tie it up 6-6. And now the all-important point, and it's made by Alice, and Michigan goes ahead by a score of 7-6. Michigan kicks off. A very nice return by Pete Shabaram. He drives hard into several Michigan men. A handoff to Robinson, and there's a fumble. Michigan recovers. Dufek driving in, picks up about 7 or 8 yards. Dufek once more pounds through the line and cuts and picks up 14 yards. Michigan shifts into left formation. Ball goes to Dufek. He drives in. He's hit. He fumbles, and California recovers. On the first play, the ball is tossed out to Olszewski. He fades, looking for a receiver. Sees an opportunity to run, but it fails to gain. Olszewski coming wide. Cuts, picks up 7 yards, but there's a penalty which takes California deep into its territory. Now it's Robinson going wide to the left and picking up 7 yards. 4th down. A couple of minutes left. Marinas throwing. It's way down the field, almost incomplete, but Michigan takes over. Now from the left formation, Dufek driving in. He picks up 3 yards. Same play from right formation. Faking to Putic. Drives for another 3. On the same type of play, Dufek takes it, breaks way wide, and outruns California defense to score standing up. Alice once again kicks the point. And the score, and the final score, is Michigan 14, California 6. First Michigan kickoff goes out of bounds, and the 2 teams resume their positions once more. This kickoff stays in. Johnny Papa with the ball. A clipping penalty against California moves the ball back to the 23. A delayed reverse. Papa cuts in, and there is a loss of 3 yards. Attempted pass. Marinas is thrown. On a skirt play to the right, Johnny Papa runs nicely, and he picks up 17 yards before he is knocked out of bounds. The last play of the game, Ogden back to pass, cannot find a receiver, and is thrown for a loss. Ending the Rose Bowl game.